Dub
You're
film.
watching T Dub.
Why don't you go introduce yourself to the people? What's your name? Where you from? And what do you represent?
Alright, my name's Karizmatik, coming out of Whittier, California, you know, representing Twisted Ways and shit.
Hell yeah. Who introduced you to Twisted Ways?
Who introduced me to Twisted Ways? This was like back in probably like 10 years ago, I think, at least. The big homie 80, shout out to the big homie 80. He knew the big homie R Factor, right? So the homie 80 gave me a CD, so once he gave me the CD, I listened to that shit was pretty dope. So at the time, this was like MySpace days, right? So I added them, I left them a comment saying, you know, if I were to start rapping, I'd join Twisted Ways, period. Like, ain't no other group that I was fucking with in Whittier at the time. And then that's how we got introduced. Years later, I started making music. The big homie R Factor just spotted me on MySpace doing my thing, and he hit me up like around 2009. 2009. After that, like, he was like, "Oh, I want you to be part of the squad," and I was like, "All right, fuck it." I joined, and ever since that, and since 2009, it's 2016 now, so I've been in it ever since. T-Dub shit.
That's pretty cool. When did you start making music?
When did I start making music? I started making music like the end of my 10th grade. Like the middle of my 10th grade year. I had kept that shit on a low from everybody. And I had came across this thing called Easy Audio Mixer, right? It was just some program that we're just using on the computer. I was at my house, in my living room, right there where I live with my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I bought it, and ever since that, I was kind of just making music off my computer with some speakers on some ghetto ass shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's when I joined Twisted Ways, and then I started upgrading on everything I recorded. I went from the Easy Audio Mixer from $20 to the Pro Tools that we got now, you know. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I started.
From the ground up.
From the ground up, period.
Nice. What do you like most about making music?
What I like most about making music is I get to express myself. You know, like everything that I write in my music is all real. It's all original. It's not copied. It's not fabricated. I'm not half of these niggas nowadays that be fucking lying in they shit. It's all me. Like for example, I have a song called Ralph Lauren. I have a song called Ralph Lauren because at the moment when I made this song, I was wearing all Ralph Lauren, from the drawers to the sweats to the shirt to the socks, everything. So I just felt like, oh, you know, with that song. Then we had a song called Off to the Bro. I made that song based off, we used to pass around girls like hot potatoes and shit between me and the homie, and you know, so it was like I made that song basically off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the songs I make are all me, all what I go through in life. I just put them on paper and pad, and then I record it, and that's what it is, you know? Pop, 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 pop. Oh shit.
Let me know when you need that ox, and I got you.
Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Holla at me. I'm a dead. I'm a dead. Holla at me. I'm trying to get a bitch. That they say,
I'm dipping.
What is your writing process?
My writing process, when it comes to making a song, I usually I'm looking for beats, whatever I'm gonna buy or whatever I'm gonna get. I get the beat, I listen to it. The first thing that comes to mind is get the hook down, right? I get the hook down. After that, I line it up, edit the shit out of it, put the hook where it belongs, and then match out to see how much I'm gonna put within the verse, whether they're gonna be 8 bars, 12 bars, or 16 bars. After that, get the hook down, start writing the verses, record that, boom. Start writing the second one, the same shit, record that, and I'm done. And it's on to the next song, basically. But here's the thing I used to do back in the day, for 3-4 years straight. Every day I would wake up, and this was like clockwork. Every day I wake up in the morning, I'll write a verse. Whatever came to mind, I'll just write a whole fucking verse on a paper. And this was notebooks that I have stacked now. They're like 15, 16, 18, I don't really know to be exact. So every day I wake up, write a verse. Every night before I go to bed, I'll write another verse. I had to, it was mandatory. That's how I just kept my mind going constantly. My mind was just always with rhymes constantly, all the time. It was just crazy. So that was a big difference between how I would make a song and when I would write and sit down with the pen and paper,
That's pretty cool. Seems like you're pretty inspired about this stuff. You love it. Who's your biggest influence?
My biggest influence? My biggest influence was, I got three favorite rappers of all time. It's Biggie, Tupac, and Eazy-E. R.I.P. to all of them. Eazy-E was just the man behind everything. He didn't write his lyrics, but he had everything I planned out with NWA and all types of shit like that, But he was just so dope. He's my first favorite of all time. He's the main reason why I kind of rap. Second is Tupac, because he just spoke out of just what came out of his heart, and you felt that shit. Even now to this day, nobody raps like Tupac. Nobody makes songs like Tupac. People try to compare other rappers that are out today, but nobody can fuck with Tupac, period. And then 3, Biggie, because just his flow and just the way his wordplay was just crazy. A lot of people can't do what he did now, but period, Biggie too. All them 3 were just my favorite of all time. But besides that, group was NWA and just Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs was just how they came up, family orientated. And they were friends, cousins, whatever they were, and they just created their own style. And just blew up off of it, which everybody uses now today. But that's my influences coming up.
The legends, nice. I like that. Besides rap and hip hop music, do you listen to any other type of music?
I listen to all types of music. Besides just rap and hip hop, I grew up listening from my mom. I was growing up listening to her shit, which was the 80s dance music, because she grew up listening to that shit. So she would play that shit around the house, and I'm little as fuck, probably 3, 4, 5 years old, and I would listen to it, and I listen to it now, and it's damn, that shit's still dope. Besides that, my dad, R.I.P., he would listen to those Mexican corrido songs, whether it be talking about a bitch or it be talking about cocaine, drug deals, and shootings and shit,
Mm-hmm.
He would listen to that, and I just grew up listening to that too. So then my uncle, he would just be turned up all the time every weekend when I was little, even still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
He'll bump Ozzy Osbourne, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Van Halen, all types of shit. I could go on, but I grew up listening to all types of music. When I was little, around 3rd grade, I'm not gonna lie, I was listening to R&B and pop music. I was listening to all types of shit, like Britney Spears, NSYNC, whatever you name it. I was listening to all types of shit. Even now, I listen to everything. I just don't listen to one specific thing.
Girl holla at me, I don't reply back cause I don't got time for that. I'm about my business. business. So I'm suited up, bitch, in a white tee, looking clean. To me, this is nothing. A lot of you say you real, man, you bluffing. All this and that with no proof, you straight bugging. I'm the motherfucking truth. But I don't know about you. I flow so ill, bottles on chill, gold around my neck, and even in my grill. Now you about to know the deal. The difference between what's fake and what's real. Straight out of the west, smoking on the best, yeah. And all I care about, is me and my set. Holla at me. I'm on the corner in a minute. I'm here.
What inspires you to make music?
What inspired me to make music is just life in general, period. Because, like I said, everything I incorporate into my music is just basically all me. It's everything that I go through. If I didn't have anything that I went through, I would have not wrote any of these damn songs, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's just all life in general. Mm-hmm. And it's, you know, it's really dope. At the end of the day, making this music shit, I love it, period.
We might just get hit with the Karizmatik. Yeah, I'm coming, my nigga, be ready. But first, let me show you what we do. I'm in the building, now shit's about to get real. They still can't accept that I'm doing better than ones with the deal. I got a grill in my mouth, like I'm from the south. I'm the trillest one now, guess who's back in the house?